Hey everyone, Chris Lang here from Lang Shop. On today's video, Dawson and I are going to be tackling the firewall on this 1967 C10 pickup. So before removing this firewall, I would suggest doing some bracing. So I've got this 1/2-inch square tubing that goes all the way from kick panel to the other side of the kick panel, and it's pushed right up against this doghouse. So then when I put the new panel on, it can butt up right against it, and I know exactly where it has to be. So let's start drilling some holes. It might help you drilling out the spot welds if you go ahead and take a black Bic marker and go on the center of each spot weld and mark it. This can help make more efficient time, so you're not hunting for them later. There are a few around this inner brace, and I will try my best to show you which ones need to get removed. Also, there's these kick panel braces. We'll remove them, sandblast them, and set them aside for later. It's always nice to have an assortment of tools, air tools, electric tools, and even manual hand tools. But our bad boy for the day is going to be this fancy drill. Here we have the new Dynacore firewall. Let's take it out of the box, inspect it, and have it for Before we get too excited, we have to go ahead and install one of these Old Air Products air conditioning units on this cab. So let's get the template out and we'll fit it onto the firewall and see how it fits. Here on the cowl where the heater motor goes, it's seen better days. We've got lots of rust here. There's rust perforating through the metal here, and then yeah, in this corner it's looking pretty crusty. So we have to cut it all out, replace all the rusty metal with new stuff, and rebuild it. Now that Dawson's finished building this beautiful panel, we're going to go ahead and mount it onto the cowl and plug weld it and plug weld all the holes for the spot welds. So nice looking piece. It's all coated on the inside with weld-proof primer. On the back side, go ahead and get this clamped in and buzz it up. Dawson did a great job welding this patch panel in. It's all metal finished. We rebuilt this edge here as well, and we're ready for the next step. Because these inner kick panels are pretty rotten, there's rust holes through here and there's nothing much left. So we're gonna take these new patch panels, we're gonna mock them up and do a rough cut just to remove the material. And then we have to go ahead and put the floor section in and the firewall section in to make sure that that's exactly where it goes. So let's cut her out. This side's even worse. Someone did a little poor attempt of patching it. So same thing, cut it out, replace it with new. All right, we got the inner kick panels removed. There was a few spot welds that we had to drill out just to remove it from this dog leg. And now it's nice and loose. So I did the same thing to the other side. We removed that, patch, and then we also cut off the inner kick panel and removed the spot weld. Same thing. So you can see there's a little drill mark there, and it's pulled away, so we can make room for the new inner kick panels. So before the new inner kick panels get welded in, I'm not exactly sure where they go. I'm not sure if it, is down, that 1/8 of an inch or up that 1/8 of an inch. So I think the best way to figure out where that goes is we have to mock everything up. So we're going to take the firewall, we're going to mount the firewall on the front there. We're also going to mount the floor section, button everything together, and then we'll know a little bit better where those inner kick panels go. So let's prepare ourselves for that. So now that we have the firewall installed and the floor is somewhat mocked up, Dawson's going to take that inner kick panel and see how well it fits. She fitting good?
Like a glove.
Nice. Okay, so we have a little bit better understanding of where it's going to go. Let's go ahead and take this floor section, put it up into place, and see how well it fits. I have to make some clearances on this floor section first. So then on the firewall, it's got this indentation. We'll take a die grinder and hog that out. Do the same on the other side. Plus, I also want to get a center line reference of this floor section. I think we're going to measure the cab, get a center line, and then do the same thing on the floor, so then we know that it's in the middle of the cab.
Silver marker. Where's the silver marker?
Oh man.
Okay. So the total width of this floor is 66 7/8. So it's a good thing I dropped out of school. So we're at 33 7/16. So take a square. So 33 7/16 in the middle of the floor. If my math is wrong, someone in the comments, please tell me. Before it's too late. There, that's the center. Nice.
Okay, so back to this center line. As you can see, we've got the center line marked on the floor and the back of the cab. And the nice thing is we've used another truck as a reference to get our height wise, but from here we can see that we're center, and we've also got a line to know that that's how high we have to be. But as a reference for measurement, we went from the floor here up to this old gas tank mount, and that's 18.5 inches, so perfect. So now we have everything mocked up. So what Dawson's done is he's ground the floor to bare metal and prep it for weld-through primer. We've done the same thing on the front here. He's went ahead and drilled all the holes for the plug welds that need to go into the firewall. So we'll do the same thing to the firewall and vice grip it all back together. Looks like fun. Dawson did a great job of drilling out all of the holes for the firewall. He's also ground this lip to bare metal. Now, because this is going to get welded and there is no primer on there, we have a product called a zinc weld through primer. Now we'll spray that on that edge and it'll protect it for years from premature rusting. So let's go ahead and spray that up. Along with the floor and firewall, we've got the cab here. So this lip is going to get welded onto, so that's all coated with weld-through primer as well. So we're almost about to install our inner kick panels. What I would suggest is you guys go out and get lots of vice grips. You know, when you're doing this kind of thing, nothing is better than having, you know, a boatload of vice grips to clamp things in place, put it into position right before you're about to weld it in. So we've got some holes drilled in this brace on the inside here. I'm gonna put a couple of tacks along here just to kind of get it somewhat mocked up, and maybe we can get this floor back in. So that's it for part 2 of our 1967 cab restoration. Stay tuned for our next video where we finish up the kick panels, firewall, and the floor section. In the meantime, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and be patient while we do some filming and get more good content. Until then, take care and we'll see you soon.